Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. It's your girl KYP561. I'm coming in today to talk to you about last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop. We have Sin meeting up with Chrissy. I really don't know why, but she meets up with Chrissy, and she basically tells Chrissy that her and Erica are no longer together. And Chrissy seemed to be pretty delighted about that, and they exchange kikis or whatever. And Sin brings up the fact that now she may want to get into music or whatever. She wants to sing now. I don't understand what it is about these shows with the housewives included. Why the hell does everybody want to be a singer all of a sudden? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But anyway, Sia wants to sing. And so Chrissy basically says that might be a good idea. You might be able to write a good breakup song about you and Erica or whatever. And then Chrissy suggests that perhaps Sin should work with Rich. So, Sin was kind of iffy about that because she was like, me and Rich, we kind of have a little bit of bad blood or whatever from the big blow up that happened last season when Rich told Sin that basically he was still sleeping with Erica or whatever. So apparently they hadn't spoken to each other since then. So Chrissy was like, I think you should reach out to him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You never know, what's going to come of that or whatever. Chrissy, I kind of talked about this on the last video with you. I don't know where you shopping. I mean, I don't know what look it is that you're going for, but those outfits, some of those hairstyles, they're not necessarily for you. Because I'm not going to give you no less than 45. Okay? I'm not going to give you no less than 45. I mean, like I said before, you don't look atrocious. However, the style that you're trying to give, I don't think that's for you. And it's really coming across on camera, making you look really crazy. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully you're watching this. And if we do see you next season, you would have watched watched the show or whatever and realized that no, y'all bitches ain't gonna keep making a fool out of me with these outfits or whatever. All right, so from there we go to Peter. He makes it to the hospital, I guess, in time for Amina to deliver the baby. Now, what I don't understand about this is the conversation that you and Amina was having when Amina was in the hospital bed getting ready to deliver the baby. Why in the hell was y'all talking about you being in Barbados and you still lying, talking about you talked to old girl on the phone, Tara, you talked to Tara on the phone and it made you realize, or you came to the conclusion that it's over between you two and, you want to make it work with Amina because you never really gave it 100% because you were still hoping that things will work out with you and Tara. But Peter, you keep forgetting the fact that you not only left Tara for another woman, you married another woman. And you're talking like, you know what I'm saying, shit can be unraveled just like that. I could just go on ahead and this was a mistake over here, I want to go back over here. Bitch, it's not that easy when you're married. You know what I'm saying? Now, true enough, y'all divorce shouldn't take much because I don't think you really got shit, like no assets together and all this and all that shit. Y'all just barely in a decent looking apartment or whatever. So, I mean, it's not like there's some shit that got to be drug on or whatever. But like I said, you went and married somebody. It's not like you just went and moved from this house to this house over here. You married her and now y'all have a baby together or whatever. So anyway, what's her name? Amina, she kind of called you out on your shit. And she was like, no, you didn't choose. You let her choose. And you only here with me because she don't want your ass. You know what I'm saying? So Amina is not really as... she's still stupid because we really didn't have to get to this point. You know what I'm saying? All of this shit could have been nipped in the bud. That's why I don't understand why people wait. Basically, once you start having children, at that point, I think that it's kind of like too late because, all of the signs were there before you had children, which means that now you're tied to this man. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't want to be tied to somebody, don't start having children with their ass. That's all I can tell you. You know what I'm saying? Because you already know in the beginning that he ain't shit. He's cheating. You know, he's lying. You know what I'm saying? And it's one thing that you can't, if anybody, but if anybody will look you in your face and tell a lie, that's a dangerous motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Especially when it's somebody that you sleeping with. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst thing ever. You know what I'm saying? To be sleeping with a fucking liar. Because if you would look me in my face and tell me a motherfucking lie, I can't put a cap on what the fuck you'll do. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be sleeping with one eye open all the damn time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be putting GPS tracing on your phone and shit. I'm not gonna be stealing your passwords to your Facebook and your cell phone and all that. I'm not that type of person. So once it gets to the point where I feel like I have to start doing that type of shit, bitch, it's time for you to go. Simple as that. It's time for you to go. And I damn sure don't want no children from your ass. You know what I'm saying? Because see, them type niggas, they think that once them babies come, they think that they just have everlasting key to just keep coming in, leaving out. You know, like a damn revolving door, whatever the fuck they want to, and they can use the excuse of my kids. Now fuck that. We ain't got no kids. We ain't got no ties. Get your shit and get the fuck on up out of here. So you got Erica and Rich. Erica stopped by Rich's house or whatever, and he tells her about, well, no, she tells him about she decided to drop the lawsuit or whatever. Now, Erica strikes me as a bitch run me my money type motherfucker. And if you really thought that Rich owed you some money, you would be on Rich's ass about your money. What I think happened is, I think that you went in, because you said you suing him, right? So what I think happened is, your lawyer basically told you it ain't no money. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason that I could think of for you to drop the lawsuit. Now, Rich say he don't think you filed a lawsuit, period. But I kind of think that you looked into it, and once you got once you got some advice on it from whoever you talk to, whatever legal representation or whatever, I think they basically told you, Chabu, you're going to spend more money filing this damn lawsuit than you're going to actually get if you decide to go through with this shit. So you just decided to go ahead and drop it. And which, that's fine. You know, she's talking about she decided to drop it because she's doing okay for herself. Her career is going great. Erica, what the fuck is your career? Like, what do you do? You know what I'm saying? Like, we know you ain't singing no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you selling some t-shirts or whatever, but what exactly is it that you do for you to make yourself think that you're some type of rock star? Because you keep saying you're a rock star, but I really don't know what it is that you do, so I'm a little confused. Alright, so then we got we got Chrissy meeting up with Chink Santana in the park. Lord, when they first showed her strolling down that sidewalk, child, I thought it was a commercial. I don't know what the fuck I thought I was looking at, but I damn sure didn't think I was looking at her. I did not Chrissy, girl, listen. Okay, I'm not a size 6, 7, 8. Hell, I ain't even a size 12 or 14. Okay, and I know that there's certain things that I like to wear. However, I don't need a bitch to tell me some shit don't look good on me. Because I'm going to tell my motherfucking self. When I tell you I inspect that mirror from the inside out. Okay? So, it's no way, Chrissy, I don't know what you got going on, but girl, I'm going to need you to get it together. So, anyway, apparently her and Chink hadn't spoken to each other since they had the little altercation in the studio last week or whatever. So Chrissy basically came to apologize for showing up at the studio and, you know, making a scene or whatever. You know, he had to rub it in a little bit. He was like, yeah, you know, coming up here messing up my money, you know what I'm saying, whatever. But he was like, I'll go ahead, I'll take your apology, I'll go ahead, I'll take that. You know, it's something about Chink that I like. He does come across as a bullshitter when it comes to her, but it's something about him that I like. I think that he's the type of guy, if you ask him a question, if you're not ready to hear the truth, don't ask the question. I think that's the type of person that he is. Okay. So anyway, they go on until they conversation or whatever, and she basically expresses to him that she has some insecurities because, you know, he goes out of town when he goes to Washington D.C. and she knows that that's where his ex, but come to find out it's not an ex, bitch, they still married. Told y'all about that on my last video. So anyway, come to find out that that's where she is. So she was like, sometimes, my mind has to wonder, are you and her still messing around? Bitch, there is no messing around. That's that man's wife. You goddamn right they still fucking around. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fuck you talking about? You know what I'm saying? Then he turns around and says, it's not like I'm married and in a relationship with her. I'm married, but I'm in a relationship with you. Bitch, what? What is that? You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? Listen, okay. If you meet a man and this man is married, and if he's saying he's going through a divorce or they're separated or whatever, me personally, I'm not fucking with you until I see both signatures on the dotted line to where that divorce is final. I don't give a fuck about you in the process of, or we thinking about, or as he told her later, if and when I file for divorce. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not sticking around for that shit. Hell no. Because we have to have some type of standards. You know what I'm saying? Like, why the fuck? Okay, because I feel like this. If me and you meet, and if we feeling each other or whatever, and if we decide that we really want to be together, you're gonna do whatever you got to do to wrap that shit up. You know what I'm saying? There is no such thing as, and shit, this bitch ain't even filed for the damn divorce. So really, I don't even know what the fuck we even having none of this conversation. Fuck a bitch, you ain't even filed for the damn divorce. So, to me, that's saying to me, bitch, you ain't got no intentions on not being with this motherfucker. So you might as well just let me go on about my business, and then once you handle that, if I'm still around and if I still want to be fucked up with you, then we can talk about it at that point. But as of right now, bitch, please, we ain't got shit to talk about. So, that was that. But yeah, and Chrissy keeps referring to her as his ex. Bitch, she ain't no ex. You know what I'm saying? She is not no ex. That's still the wife. Okay, so y'all need to get it together and understand what's really going on here, and stop letting these damn men just run the fuck all over y'all like that. She wants a baby. Chink ain't with it. And I don't blame you, Chink. I wouldn't want no baby from that motherfucker either. And I also wouldn't want no baby just for the simple fact, once again, you still married. You know what I'm saying? So, no, girl, you want him to do too much. Let me tell y'all what I think about Chink and old girl, Chrissy. I don't think that they were in a relationship. I think that Chrissy was somebody that Chink was fucking with on the low. He met her somewhere in New York, whatever, and they had a cool relationship. She was somebody that when he's in town, he could come and chill with her. She kind of was his getaway. You know what I'm saying? And in the midst of all of that, she caught feelings for him. And he kind of like played along with the shit, you know what I'm saying? Because for whatever reason, he want to be around for whatever reason, I don't know. But when she caught feelings, now she want too much. You know what I'm saying? Now you pressuring this man about divorcing his wife. Now you pressuring this man talking about you want to have a baby. You know what I'm saying? And Chink is looking like, hold on. You know what I'm saying? This ain't what the fuck the terms. This going outside of the terms of our relationship and what the fuck we said this shit was gonna be. That's what I'm getting from them, because I don't see them. Because bitch, if y'all was in a relationship, ain't no way in the hell this man done been out of town and he done been back in town for a few days and you don't know nothing about it. Girl, that ain't your man. That ain't your man, child. So, I mean, whatever. So then we have Yandy meeting up with one of her college friends. And, she's basically telling her she has a baby coming. And the friend was asking her, like, what's y'all plan for, if Mandisi has to go back in. And Yandy says that, to be honest with you, in our house, we don't even talk about it. So the friend was like, I think that you all need to talk about it. And, maybe he wants to talk about it, but, he doesn't know exactly what to say or whatever. So, Yandy, she set it up for her and Mandisi to meet up so they can have a discussion or whatever. And I think that that's a discussion that needs to be had. I'm a little familiar with that in my own personal life, not with someone possibly going away to prison, but I'm a military wife, and my husband is gone like all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like all the fucking time. So we have to put certain things into play, especially, you know, when we have something going on within our family, you know, to see how this is going to work out, what we're going to do, how we're going to ride this out, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I can kind of relate to what Yandy and Mandisa are going through. So they showed Amina had the baby or whatever. And oh wait, before I get there, Cisco and Rich meet up at the gym. And Cisco is telling Rich that he hasn't talked to dumbass girl Diamond since he told her about the baby or whatever. And he said, you know, I've been feeling some type of way about her, you know, since she blew up on my baby mama or whatever. So Rich was like, you know, I never really got the full story on what happened between you and Tasha. That's baby mama. So he basically goes on to say that him and Tasha had been together since they were teenagers. I think he said like 17 or some shit like that. And once he started, once again with the studio shit, you know, he said he started living a creep life. You know what I'm saying? And I believe it because, you know, looks like a creep. But, you know, so he said he started doing shit that he knew wasn't right or whatever. But because of the simple fact that he hadn't got so comfortable and knowing that she's gonna stick around for his bullshit, you know, he just started getting careless. And in the meantime, that's when he ended up meeting Diamond. So, you know, he was kind of like creeping and whoever the fuck else he was fucking with around with in New York or whatever. So he said one day he was at the studio. This bitch said he didn't get home till 5 o'clock in the morning. He said when he got home, this bitch had done loaded up the truck with all his shit, her shit, y'all shit, okay? She had to load it up the truck. Not only did this bitch moved to Atlanta, okay? You know, I want to give her a high five on that, because bitch, you ain't just leave the house and go across the street to your mama house, bitch. You went and got away. And then he said that it was 2 weeks before he was actually able to get in contact with her or whatever to find out what the fuck was going on. So I know he was going ape shit at that point, you know, because a man don't like it when he ain't in control. Them ain't shit niggas, they don't like it when they not in control. And my thing with this is, you know, when you're with somebody for a long time like that, since childhood basically, and y'all start growing up, you know what I'm saying? I believe he had gotten so comfortable with thinking that she ain't going nowhere. I mean, I don't know if he was her first or whatever the case may be, but somewhere in his mind, he thought that this bitch wasn't going nowhere. So he wasn't even paying attention to the signs that she done picked up on his shit, and she got her plan in to basically stick it to this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, kind of found out she had to move to Atlanta or whatever. So he was like, you know, he's once I guess they were to a place to where, you know, she could see him, because she was pregnant at the time when she left too, child. That's also how you know when a bitch through with your ass, okay? So anyway, you know, he said that he would go down to Atlanta ever so often or whatever. So it's like she was his Atlanta chick, Diamond was his LA chick, and then whoever he had in the mix in New York. So Cisco, you just was spread out all over the damn place, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, they talk about that, and you know, that was pretty much that with that. So I guess later on he decides that he's gonna take a trip to Atlanta to see her. So we're gonna see her later, child. So Amina had the baby, cute little girl. I think her name is a Corey or something like that. But she's a cute little bright-eyed little baby. You know, I see they had like tubes and stuff on her. So, you know, I don't know if she came early. I do remember Amina saying that she was underweight or whatever. So, you know, I hope everything is all good with her. So, once again, we got Chrissy ass meeting up with one of her homegirls, someone named Ryan or whatever. And she basically is discussing what's going on between her and Chink or whatever. And she tells her that she wants to start a family. You know, all of her friends have children and they do things with their children. And, you know, she's like, you know, what about me? When am I going to be able to start my family? And I finally met a man that I'm in love with. But, Kristen, why are you in love with him? Like, when did that happen? Because I think he missed the memo. I don't think he's in love with you. So it's like, once again, you trying to force this man into some shit that he don't want. You know what I'm saying? And then when his ass say fuck it all together and he out of here, now you want to say how he did you so wrong or whatever. But I don't think that he's leading you on in any kind of way. I don't think so. I think you just seeing what the fuck it is that you want to see, and which a lot of us do that. You ain't the only one. You know, I don't agree with it, but I myself have done it in the past. So, you know, I can't, you know, knock it or whatever. But actually, yeah, I can knock it because, Chrissy, by your age, you should know better by now. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, in the midst of her telling her that she wants to have children or whatever, she said she had some type of condition. I kind of missed it because by that time my husband had called and I'm trying to listen to him and listen to the TV at the same time. So, you know, I kind of missed that or whatever. But apparently she has some type of condition that could possibly hinder her from having children or whatever. But I think that I think she's going to try at this point anyway. So anyway, she tells her friend that she's no longer taking her birth control and that Chink don't know nothing about it. Once again, ladies, stop trying to trap these niggas and stop trying to make them do what the fuck you want them to do. They're not going to fucking do it, okay? If anything, they're going to do an about face and get as far away from your ass as they possibly can. So just stop that shit. Like, I don't understand it. Just stop it. If you want to have children so bad or whatever, you know, you can adopt. You can do whatever, because you even said yourself, with or without him, I want to have a child. So it ain't about y'all two, bitch. It's about you. So if you want it to be about you, you could go and adopt the child, or you know, the other little procedures and shit that they got going on. I don't know. I can't name them off, but I'm sure it's a couple of them out there. Do that shit. Don't involve this man in your bullshit, Chrissy. I can't with you. Stop that shit. Just stop it. You know, to me, that's just, you know, I don't know. I want to call it just typical white woman fashion. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, damn, there it is. I said it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you know, but even though white people ain't the only ones, we, you know, some of us, we kind of get into that shit too. But it's like, you know, they want what they want. Damn how you feel. I'm going to smile and bat my lashes. This is what I want. This is, but when you fucking with a nigga like Chink don't give a fuck about none of that shit, because he's clearly, he ain't here for it, okay, as we will see later on. So you got Yandy and Medici, they went out or whatever, like I told you, she had planned for him to take her out or whatever, and they meet up, and so they go ahead and they discuss some of the concerns or whatever about him being locked up, and she pretty much reiterates what she said on the last episode of, you know, no matter what happens, you know, I am going to be here. She was like, but I'm not getting married in no jail, you know, and I don't blame her, you know what I'm saying? And he's with it, you know what I'm saying? I think to him, I think it's pretty much, he wants to be married to her. She wants to be married to him. You know, he loves her, she loves him. They finna have 2 kids together, aside from the ones that he already has or whatever, because I heard he got more than just the little cute little boy that she has or whatever. But I'm really rooting for them. I really want them to make it. So then we got Rich meeting up with Sin. And he came. I guess she invited him to come, and you know, he was kind of surprised that she extended an invitation to him. So he showed up or whatever, and he apologized for his behavior, because he was just being nasty. You know what I'm saying? He really was. Like, he couldn't wait to spill that shit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that was grimy, and he realized that it was grimy too, so he went on ahead and apologized, and she accepted his apology. She was saying, you know, she couldn't believe that he was apologizing or whatever. But you know, Sin, I think that you were kind of like just pinned in the middle. Like, you were an innocent bystander. You were guilty by association. It really didn't have anything to do with you. That shit was between Rich and Erica, and you just so happened to be caught up in the middle because you just so happened to be the bitch that was fucking with Erica at the time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, you talk to Rich, and she tells him that her brother was did she say he was killed, or did she say he committed suicide? I can't remember what she said, but either way, her brother passed away last year, and she wants to do like a tribute song, and she wants to donate the proceeds to a charity, which I think is a wonderful idea. Rich is on board with it. It's not about no money, no contracts. We ain't trying to sell millions of records or whatever. So, I guess out of the goodness of his heart. And I also think, well, now I ain't gonna say out of the goodness of his heart. I think that that's also a part of him apologizing for the way that he treated her when they had that big blowout or whatever. So I don't really think it's no sweat off his brow, whatever. I think it's a good gesture on both of their parts. Okay, so he agreed to do that, and then in turn he tells her that he has this liquor that's coming out, and he would like it if she's the face of the brand. Do I think it's some underhand shit going on with that? Yes, I do. Rich. Okay. I think that this is something that you done cooked up to throw a jab at Erica. Now why, I don't know. If y'all ain't fucking with each other no more, I don't know why, you still wanna fuck with her, but clearly that's what you're doing this shit for. So Sin says that, I'm not doing it for the money, but bitch, I bet you won't do it for free. But anyway, she was like, let me taste it, you know what I'm saying? And if it's something that, that I'm digging or whatever, then yeah, I'll do it. Okay, fine. So they got that going on or whatever. So now we got Chrissy pulling up to meet with Chink again. She comes rolling up on him somewhere, child, some car, whatever. So he gets in the car and he seems to be in a pretty good mood, and child, she pulls over, okay, because she want to tell him something and she don't want to be driving, talking to him about it or whatever, child. So she pulls over. She told that man that she stopped taking them damn birth control pills like 3 weeks ago, and his whole everything just was like, bitch, I ought to fuck you up, because like he said, they done been having sex. They done been, just doing all type of shit. And he was like, shit, as far as I know, this motherfucker can be pregnant right fucking now. You know what I'm saying? And he was really pissed, in which Cheek, you have every reason to be pissed. Okay, because why would you try to trap this man like that? If I was Cheek, I would never be fucked up with you again. Because, bitch, now I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? I can't motherfucking trust you, because you might one of them bitches. You might be one of them bitches that so now if he start back using condoms, you might go get the fucking turkey baster like they did on the game that time, and try and impregnate your damn self. So you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, I can never be fucked up with you again. So anyway, he goes off, and now she basically begging and she's crying and I just want to be with you and I love you and Chrissy, girl, I can't. And then that's basically when he went to, they was going back and forth, and in their exchange, that's when he was like, if and when I file for the divorce. And she was like, if, and he was like, yeah. He said, I might not. He said, who knows? I might not even file for divorce. And I was like, because I was like, bitch, what? All the more reason, ladies, stay away from these damn married ass men. Stay away from these married men, honey. Nothing good is gonna come out of that shit. So just don't even put yourself through that shit. All right, now we got Cisco, honey, meeting up with the infamous baby mama Tasha, honey. So Cisco done took his ass to Atlanta, and he got a hotel room because he say apparently she don't let that nigga come to her house, and he gets a hotel room or whatever. Child, when they brought that Tasha in, I was like, Tasha, I know you knew you was gonna be on an episode of this show. Like, you couldn't do nothing better than that. Like, I can't. Y'all saw it, okay? Y'all saw it, and all I'm saying is the same shit that y'all was saying. That's the same shit that I was saying. So ain't even no need for me to even get into that shit, child. She came sashaying her ass in there, looking a hot ass mess. But I can't. Cisco, he clearly loves her. He loves her, but he don't know how to love her. Let's just say that. Which I don't think Cisco know how to love no damn body. Cisco is just out for Cisco. But I believe that if he could try to make it work with anybody, I think that he would try and make it work with Tasha. Because like he said, they've been together since they were 17 years old, and they have 2 children together. One as young as 5 months old. Okay, so it's a lot of history there. it's probably limited closure in the relationship because she did just up and leave, you know what I'm saying? And he's been back and forth there, you know, they still sleeping together and shit, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, that could be really, really complicated, you know what I'm saying? I really wish that people wouldn't put themselves in that situation. Like I said, I myself have been in some of these situations, so I kind of know how it can happen. But you have to want better for yourself. You have to know when enough is enough, and you have to know, you know, basically you have to know your worth, and you have to know when to tell a nigga to get the fuck on. You know what I'm saying? You just have to know. Now, do it come to some? It comes to some sooner than it comes to others, because you got some that'll drag this shit on for 10 to 15 damn years. You know what I'm saying? And then you got some, it ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it just depends on you and what you want for yourself and what you want for your life. So anyway, they're going back and forth or whatever, and you know, and he's saying his shit, she's saying her shit, and she don't want Cisco, because when you tell a nigga I don't trust you, you know what I'm saying, and when you really know that you catch her, because he goes telling her about Diamond, and apparently, like I said, he was still fucking with baby mama when he met Diamond, you know what I'm saying, and so she was like, what the fuck did you just say? You know what I'm saying? So, bitch, you add more shit onto the pile of shit that was already there. You know what I'm saying? So, bitch, no, I can't fucking trust you. And if I cannot trust you, no, bitch, I don't want to be fucked up with you. My feelings don't want to be fucked up with you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, she basically told him, bitch, go and do you. You know what I'm saying? Stop fucking calling me. Stop fucking, you know, coming to see me. Stop sleeping with me. All that shit. But guess what, Tasha? You gonna have to do the same. You're going to have to do the same. So anyway, you know, she basically was telling him that, you know, just let me go on about my business and find my happiness. This girl ain't said shit about I got a man or I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Soon as a motherfucker tell you that they tired of your shit and don't want to be fucked up with you no more. Because when I tell you, that nigga that bitch spazzed the fuck out. Okay, he completely went off script. Okay, this bitch went to banging on the table. This bitch went talking about, I ain't even had no nigga around my kids and no nigga around my kids and la 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 la. Well, bitch, why is it that y'all think y'all can have y'all kids around these other hoes, but you don't want no niggas around your kids? You know what I'm saying? See, the problem is you want to be able to do what the fuck you want to do, but you still want to be able to have control over here. And when a bitch shake your ass off, you know what I'm saying? A bitch basically now you realize that, oh, this bitch right here might be for real. Okay, now you can't take it. You know what I'm saying? You can't take it. Then you spaz the fuck out and all this shit. You know, because he went into like a 14-year-old tangent. And then he said some shit about, because she said some shit about being an adult or some shit. And that bitch said, I don't want to be an adult. Oh, bitch, you know you done lost it now. You don't even realize what the fuck you saying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and he was like, you know how I get down and this and that and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, y'all niggas need to stop that shit. Just stop that shit. Just typical nigga shit. When you ain't shit and a bitch tell you, I'm sick of your shit and I'm done, that's what you resort to. And I'm not here for it. I can't take it. So you got Erica and Rich again, and Rich says that he wanted to tell Erica himself about him working with Sin and about her being the face of his liquor or whatever. Which me personally, I probably wouldn't have told that bitch that. If you're gonna invite her to the party, I don't know. I probably wouldn't have invited her to the party, because either way, if you didn't tell her but you invited her to the party, she gonna spaz on your ass. If you tell her in advance, she gonna spaz on your ass now and gonna still come to your party and spaz on your ass again. So yeah, I probably just would have X'd that bitch out altogether. You know what I'm saying? So that was that. So of course he goes and telling her, he invited her to the party. You know, she was like, of course I'll come. You know, I'll support. You know, whatever. Then he tells her that he met up with Sin. So now she looking, oh, you did. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, no, it ain't nothing on that, whatever. And he tells her about Sin wanting to make a record or whatever. And I don't know if she wants him to produce it. I don't know what the fuck she want Rich to do. I don't know. Because he said that he wasn't writing and he wasn't producing. So, I don't know. Anyway, he tells Erica that he's going to be working with Sin on the song. She ain't happy about that shit. But what put the icing on the cake is when he told her that Sin is gonna be the face of his liquor line or whatever, you know. And Erica, to me, went in straight hater mode because she was like, you know, you offer her food on her plate. You should have never offered her that before me or whatever. Which you know, like I said, Rich, I think you did that shit to get under Erica's skin because you really could have went and had a casting. Then you do a casting with Chrissy to try and find you some girls or whatever. So you know, it's plenty of motherfuckers you could have found to do that shit if you didn't want Erica to do it. You know, you could have found a whole tribe of motherfuckers that you could have chose from to do that. So yeah, Rich, you on that bullshit with that. So basically, pretty much what Erica said is, I'm gonna go to your party and I'm gonna show my ass. She didn't say that, but that's basically what she said because the bitch still said that she was coming to that party. So Rich, if you know Erica, you already know, you know, it could possibly go down. So that was pretty much it for the episode. I hope you all liked my review. Like the video, comment on it, subscribe to the channel, and also tell a friend. So until next time, YouTube, peace.